rough one last night. So I think yesterday we talked about U.S. foods and how I was sitting there waiting. Well, that definitely threw a wrench in everything. So our appointment time was at 10 a.m. for our unload. I got there at 9, knowing that U.S. food always has a line and busy. Got through the gate by 9:30 thinking, yes, I got in, got a parking place, quarter to 10. I'm going to be able to get a dock and unload and be on time. No, I walked up to the receiving office and there's a sign. If your delivery time is 8 a.m., check-in time is 9 a.m. If your delivery time is 10 a.m., check-in time is 11 a.m. So they wouldn't even let me go and check in until an hour after my appointment time. Yet there's signs everywhere and stuff talking about it's $200 for fine if you're late, and it's for every hour, and it's a $200 fee to reschedule. But yet y'all are making us check in an hour after. Not that they were going to charge us, because I went to the gate at 9:30, so my stamp time was 9:30. But still, my appointment time's at 10. Y'all are late because it's 11 o'clock now before I can even check in. So where's my $200, right? So anyway, so I get in there at 11 o'clock. I'm salty as hell knowing now you're making me late for my Saya pickup or my next load. Because y'all don't got your shit together. So I get in there. It takes her like 20 minutes just to get all the paperwork organized, whatever, and to find out what dock, calling, find out if they're ready for us. She gives me a door, and if there's another truck there, just call me and we'll get you a different door. Bitch, you should know if there's somebody there. I shouldn't have to be calling you. You were just on the radio and said, are you ready for them? What dock? So if he told you dock 68, then there shouldn't be a truck in dock 68. I should be able to roll up and back into dock 68. So anyhow, so I get over there. There was a truck that was there, but he was leaving. So I was good. I was going to be salty about that one because I was like, you knew that there was somebody there. That's why you gave me a number to call. Oh, and so I saw there was a truck there. So I called and it went to her voicemail. How convenient. What good was it to give me your number if it's just going to go to voicemail? Anyhow, he pulled out as I was coming around the corner to find out what was going on. So I got in there, chalked my wheels. I'm at the dock. Okay, we're back. I'm in the mountains of Tennessee, so it's spotty service. Anyway, so I get there, and then I end up waiting 45 minutes before they even start unloading the damn truck. So we didn't even get out of there until 1 p.m. My pickup time, 6 hours away for this load that I'm on, was 6 hours away. So the pickup time for this load was supposed to be at 2 p.m. I called and let them know when I saw my appointment time was going to be pushed out that I would be there by 5 p.m. Okay? Didn't get out of there until 1. So now I was going to be 6 p.m. So I called and said, all right, it's going to be 6 p.m. Okay, so that let the customer know. Then we get stuck behind traffic. It's Friday afternoon now. Rush hour traffic on a Friday. So not only people trying to get out of work, people trying to get out of town. People are being crazy, so there's accidents, which stops it, makes it a crawl. You're going 2 miles an hour while everybody's trying to zoom in between, thinking they're going to go quicker by jumping in front of somebody. And construction. Long story short, we didn't even get to our pickup until, I don't even know. I don't even, because I had to switch out with Alex. I should have had enough time to go get this load. I had to stop and switch out with Alex because I ran out of time. And when I stopped to switch out with Alex, he was only an hour and a half from the pickup. It took him, I think, 4 or 5 hours even to get there because of all the construction and the accidents and just all the bullshit. So we finally got there to pick up, only to find out that the trailer had a flat. So then we had to wait 3 hours for the flat to be fixed. It's been a trying 24 hours. We both are frustrated as hell. We both are in a shitty ass moods. And then I'm trying to sleep because I know I need to get up and take over through all these issues. And the motherfuckers keep calling my phone instead of calling Alex's phone. Ooh, I went off on that, on a couple people that called. One was a vendor, and it's not really not his fault because it was the on-road people are the one that gave him, since I'm listed first on the truck, they just gave him my name and my number. Well, they should look to see who the, actually, Alex, when you call in, they ask what your number is and ask your name. So they knew it was Alex. Why they give my information to the vendor? So I ran him up and down the pole because he's calling and waking me up. And then an on-road person calls me. I'm like, why are you calling me instead of calling Alejandro? You can see that he is the active driver. He's the person that called in. I'm in the sleeper berth trying to sleep so that I can get up and safely, without having fatigue, take over my driving shift, and you're waking me up. She hung up on me, which I would have hung up on me too, so had somebody gone off, but I was done. I was over it. So, and then on top of that, this is an expedited load. So we have people watching us, and if we stop more than half an hour, they're calling or they're sending a little message. Hey, we see you stopped. What's going on? Blah, blah, blah. So it's like, y'all need to back the hell up for a minute, because when the mean queen comes out, the mean queen comes out. And y'all be firing my ass or something. I don't know, but Number one, I'm not going to drive tired. So if that means that we're going to pull over at a rest area or at a truck stop because neither one of us is in a condition to drive because all this stuff going on, then that's what's going to happen. So the load's going to be late. If I get a service failure, so be it. But I'd rather have a service failure than to be dead on the side of the road. We've been seeing way too many accidents the last week because everybody is out. Everybody's trying to go somewhere and everybody's in a hurry. We see these cars come zooming like with inches away between trucks and between other cars, and it's no wonder the roads aren't shut down. I'm about ready to hit this way station, so you're going to hear a beep if I get a pass or a long tone if I don't. Let's see what happens. Anyways, so it's been a trying time. We got a pass, so I don't have to pull in the wait station. It's been a trying 24 hours, and we both are over it. So this load is going to Fife, Washington, which is in the Tacoma area, Sumner. When we're done dropping this, we are going for a 34-hour reset in the Sumner terminal, where we can take a day. And the other thing too is when we accepted these loads, we had enough time to go and do this. Now, because of it taking so long at the live unload and with the traffic and with the breakdown, now we are pushing. So I have 25 hours left. Alex has 17 hours left. Okay? We have 48 hours worth of driving to do. So hope to God we have some good recaps coming back. I know Alex will on his first day. He should, because I think his first day back from vacay, he drove a full at least 8 or 9 hours. I didn't. I only drove 5 hours. So I'm only going to have 5 hours coming back on my first day for sure. The second day we didn't drive. Because we did, but it was short because that's the day we stopped into Phoenix so that Alex can get his DOT done, and get that stuff situated. That one day that we were there, we weren't for a full day, but we left in the afternoon because I had to go do my drug test. Alex went to the clinic. We got all that stuff done. So that was a partial day, but it's not going to be a full day of driving. Hopefully it's enough between when Alex gets back and I get back that we will be set to complete this load. Because Lord forbid if we're any more later than that, they're going to really be jumping. But hey, I can only plan what I can see in the foreseeable future. I can't see accidents. I can't see construction. I can't see delays in my previous drop, my previous customer. Although I knew when I saw that it was U.S. food that there was potential for us to be delayed, and I took that into account. Therefore, I got there an hour before my appointment time. So I did all I could to maintain our status of being on time. Right? I prepared as much as I could. Everything that happened was unforeseen and out of my control. So it's the way cookie crumbles sometimes. And this is the worst thing, is the reason why we ended up having to take that U.S. food is because when we get these orders that take us into Orlando, there's not team loads to take us back out. We have to go up to South Carolina in order to hit team freight. So in order to do that, we have to take regional or solo freight, which is regional especially is a lot of live unloads. So therefore it takes us out of our normal load traffic to get us to where our traffic is. So I don't know. It would be nice to be able to just say, no, I'm not taking these, but then when you start declining loads, then they start giving you crappier loads instead of the nice long loads, which is where the money is. But then is it really worth it? Because then I'm stuck for 5 hours at a distribution center, not rolling, not making money. And the other thing too is because we don't do it very often, I forget to write my in and out time. So therefore I'm not getting detention pay because I didn't put it on the invoice before I sent it in. So it's like, not that the detention pay is going to really make up for it, but because you don't get it until 2 hours after. I don't know. That's frustrating. I'm just glad we don't put up with it, do a whole lot of it. But every time we go to Florida, we always get jacked trying to get us out of Florida. Every time. It's always some issue. The trailers in Florida always have an issue. I'm always having to stop to have something repaired or to decline an empty because it's not road ready. So I don't know. Florida needs to get their shit together when it comes to their trailers. Drivers need to care a little bit more about equipment, not just drop it and leave it for the next person. If everybody did their part, then we wouldn't have issues. Once in a while, I get it. So the trailer, yeah, okay. If you're rolling and you don't know that there's a nail in the tire, which is the case on this one, it's going to go flat over time. You're not going to notice it, okay? So that's going to happen once in a while. But as often as we run into trailers that have a problem, it's not good. Drivers need to take more pride in what they're doing and not. It takes literally 2 minutes to send the macro for trailer repair. You're telling them where the trailer's at, what the problem is, and they send out somebody to come and work on the trailer. You're not having to do the work. You're not having to wait for it. You're dropping the trailer saying, hey, I had this trailer, this needs to be done to it. Or in the case where I saw there was a trailer that was not road ready, I put in a macro, say, hey, they have this trailer, it needs this work, and I got a different trailer. Not just skip it and say, oh, well, somebody else can deal with it later. So, yeah, everybody wants to cry about how there's no empty trailers anywhere. Well, if y'all did your job, then it would have more availability in trailers. I'm really bitching this morning. Anyways, alright guys, I'm going to jump off here because I'm grumping and being negative, and I don't want to have you have a negative weekend. So, sorry. Hope everybody everybody has a really good weekend. We're going to do better. We're going to have a better weekend. I'm going to try to change my outlook. For those in St. Joe, we will be rolling through St. Joe in about 11 hours for fuel. We'll be fueling at that Love's in St. Joe. Y'all will probably be asleep. And we're going to be on a really tight schedule. We're not going to be able to stop and chat. We're going to stop and fuel and move on. So there's that. And yeah, so I'll give you guys an update tomorrow. Hopefully it'll be totally different and we'll be having a better day. So love you all. Be safe. And I'll talk to you tomorrow.